And what's crazy is when somebody else does something outside of our community to us, we have to hoop and holler. They hardly ever get convicted.
Anyway, David Banner mad at what y'all doing to Diddy.
It's almost like we have been convinced anytime that it has something to do with our culture, it's almost like we salivate at the mouth to tear each other down. And what makes me...
That's all people. It's not just black people. Human beings do that shit. They build people up just to break them down. That's part of the game. That's what people like to do. It's unfortunate, but we are a destructive species.
The upset is within our community. Just about anybody that the world decides is wrong, if they were doing something wrong, we knew about it in our community for 10, 15 years and didn't do shit about it. And as soon as the rest of the world decides that they want to go on a witch hunt, then we try to beat them to the punch. And we...
What did you suggest that the black community should have done in a situation like Diddy? You know what I mean? You in the business, you heard whispers. You could have been a freedom fighter, but you know, go ahead.
Go out of our way to tell jokes and laugh and criticize. That's just sad. That's just really, really sad. I don't know why we act like we winning, or we act like we have a lot of heroes in our community and a lot of people that want to help us. Like, you ain't got to help them folks. And what's crazy is when somebody else does something outside of our community to us, we have to hoop and holler. They hardly ever get convicted. But we will hang each other. But what we don't understand is they're going to make sure that we pay. They're going to make sure we go to jail. They're going to make sure that we suffer for the rest of our life. They do cocaine and crack and be sexual deviants and then become superstars and superheroes, and we say nothing. We say nothing. You know, the people on our dollar bills are ex-slave owners, and we don't say take them off a dollar bill or take those people who, you know, did those wrong things off of TV, but let one of us do something. I'm talking about do anything, and we will tear each other apart.
I don't know if I agree with him 100% on that. I feel what he's saying, that a lot of times black people can be particularly harsh on us. But at the same time, we definitely go around judging other groups. We definitely argue about what the white man has done and done to us and all that. To say that is crazy. And another point I like to make, also, look, a fuck up is a fuck up. We also feel obligated to connect with our fucking criminals, the worst among us. Fuck that. Just because somebody black does not get them a pass to do whatever the hell they want. I don't agree with that shit. Oh, just support the black man and blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's say we live in a black utopia. So we still just let the criminals do whatever the fuck they want to do? That shit won't exist. There must be some law and order. And I don't know. The man has not been convicted. But judging by the evidence so far, he looked pretty shady. And at very least, you got to back away from it. And to make a joke, so what? You talking shit, nigga? What the fuck? That's what people do.
I've been being more and more quiet because I don't think now is the time to be doing a whole bunch of talking. And everybody got an opinion about everything, even if they know. If
right, and that's what I'm saying. You could lay back. You could just be like, yo, I ain't got nothing to say about that. That's normally the position I take. If it's something against a black person, I feel like, you know, they wrong, but, you know, the circumstances, they are extenuating circumstances. I just back up. I'm not going to shoot at that person. I'm not going to tear him down or whatever. I might say something silly, but that's just because I'm just fucking dumb. But to accept it or to back him out and be upset about his treatment, man, he got everything he called for. Because, mind you, so many of his victims were also black. So what happens when we're victimized? We're not supposed to say nothing. You supposed to just hold it down because it's from a black person. We only supposed to say something when it's from the white people. Man, fuck that.
If neuroscience becomes the hot topic tomorrow, every other podcast in our community gonna have something to say about neuroscience. No, they don't know nothing about no neuroscience. You know,
brain science, or is it a particular? I don't. I'm gonna check it out right after this because I'm a curious person.
I'm just here to give perspective, y'all. That's all. Do whatever you decide to do, but it ain't right, y'all. We don't do each other right. We don't have to be this way.
We also don't have to accept criminals or criminality or go by the code of the streets and no shit like that. I'm just saying.
We don't have to be this way.
Especially when you're not in the street. All right, I know y'all always like, shut up, Mark. Matter of fact, that's just be the number one. I'm gonna pin that to the top of the comments. If you want me to shut up, just say shut up, Mark, and all caps. I'm not gonna do it, but you said it. Anyway, I just don't feel that we should accept the criminality. I'm not talking about this party. I'm not talking about baby oil. Although I do have some more info on the baby oil. Perhaps the baby oil was all a ruse for something more nefarious. But yeah, I don't feel like we should have to accept bullshit just because somebody's black. Absolutely not. And does the other side commit a bunch of crimes? And is it more white people on welfare than black people and all that other stuff that people bring up? Yes, true. But we also have to police ourselves. There has to be a measure of holding ourselves accountable. People always talk about accountability. What about us? It wouldn't be no space for them to come in and pluck Diddy off the street had we already plucked him off the street. Like David Banner said, you questioning this, but dude, you in the industry, you saying you never heard nothing about Diddy all the years you've been down? And if that's how you really feel, I mean, you could have been turned him in. Anyway, next story.
Life, here alone. I'm up in your mix and you put me home. So that's why that is go. Your need, feel it just to hey. Now, girl, that's not my style. Cannot lie. You know I like a serve it on the freaky side. What you want, getting know. So tell me what you're looking for. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Tell me if it ain't good enough for you, baby. Listen, baby.
Tell me candlelight and feed the store.
I'm up in your mix and you put me home.
You some funny looking motherfucker.
You really are. They're fish goggle ass glasses.
Niggas that come out in Hellraiser before you crack that box. You like, whoa, Drew Hill. Don't cut his dick off, dog.